Check the description for updates. Monster Examine is disabled at the time of this video, so accurate DPS is not known. Also, there is an unusual drop rate mechanic which is yet to be solved. Overview. Desert Treasure 2 adds 4 new bosses fought in the quest and are able to be refought afterwards. Each of the bosses are located far from a bank until you get their tablet drop, which unlocks a teleport close to their arena through the ring from the quest. Vardorvis. Melee with blade, scythe, or whip. Bang on slash seems mid. Be sure to take thralls. Take Voidwaker or claws as your spec weapon. The boss throws 3x3 axes from the edges of the room. Getting hit by these axes does damage and also bleeds you. The number of axes thrown starts at 2 and increases to 3 as the fight goes on. Vardorvis Specials. Dash attack. The boss moves suddenly and spawns spikes underneath and around you. Vardorvis will spawn more spikes and dash more times at lower boss HP. Head attack. A blue message will pop up in your chat and Vardorvis will shoot a blue projectile at your character. Be sure to pray range or your overheads will be disabled. You can always pray against this attack and the boss without taking off prey. Virus attack. Click the red virus symbols on the screen, also known as the CAPTCHA. Eight-tile method. When axes spawn, 6 of the 8 tiles marked will be unsafe. Move to one of the 2 tiles that is not in line with an axe trajectory. The flinching method, also known as the Corby flinch. This is where you use an axe spawn as a safe spot for all the other axes in the room, since only 2 axes can reach every individual spawn point. Vardorvis enrages at 33% HP, so it might be beneficial to save some special attack to end the fight faster. Advanced information. Here are the HP thresholds for the boss.
Sucellus. Take melee gear with scythe or arclight, dragon pickaxe, and thralls. There's two parts to the boss. First one is a puzzle. So for the puzzle, you have to do a sepulchre style puzzle to wake up the boss. Grab 2 mushrooms from each the left and the right spawn areas. Use pestle mortar to get 12 deaths, 24 total. Mine the salt rock to get 24 salt. Then add it to the barrels of the room. Use 2 potions on the boss to wake up the boss. You can dodge the statues using the tiles shown, similar to the Krondus puzzle in TOA. However, you have to manually dodge the floor shadows. Boss. Vortic the first hit on the boss with the Voidwaker/Claw special attack. Then melee while flinching the boss every time the small icicles appear on the ground. You must be in melee range of the boss before it attacks you, or you might take a mage attack off prey. Specials. Medusa. The boss shows a large eye, stand behind the pillar to avoid taking 90+ damage. The boss always does 5 melee/mage attacks, then the Medusa special. Vents. Boss activates the nearest vent to the player, dealing damage every tick if stood on. Move to the other side of the room to avoid it. If you get trapped in the corner by the vent, you may not be able to flinch the boss. After 50%, the boss activates 2 vents instead of 1. Advanced. Here are the HP thresholds for the boss. Tick manipulation. You can use mushroom on the pestle mortar to tick manipulate while gathering the mushrooms. This saves 3 ticks. Can use tar herb as well, at the cost of 2 inventory spaces, but also it'll save you more ticks. You could also extend the trips by taking phoenix necklaces instead of hard food. However, you have to camp low HP for the whole fight.
Moving on to Leviathan. Here you're going to want to use the Bofa / Blowpipe and ZCB spec. You're also going to want to take Ancients with Shadow Barrage runes. So the boss attacks with range, mage and melee orbs, which are coloured accordingly. It can also melee you, separate to the orb attacks if you stand adjacent to the hole in the middle of the arena. The boss's speed increases by 1 every cycle until stunned. The boss also drops a permanent rock onto your location, so you don't want to stand on the marked tiles until you need to. You can stun the boss by casting Shadow Barrage, then running around and hitting the boss's back. No mage gear switch is required when casting the Shadow Barrage. The first hit behind the boss is 100% accurate and does at least 50% of your max hit. Stunning the boss resets the speed to 2 or 3 from the second stun onwards. After the first stun, you get a random special attack, which then alternates for subsequent stuns. The special attacks are as followed. Rocks. The boss drops 10 rocks on your position, 1 every tick. You need to move every 2 ticks, and you can hit the boss whilst doing this.
Afterwards, the boss does a large AoE similar to Muspa before its might phase. You can avoid it by standing behind one of the rocks. Be careful, as you currently cannot attack from behind a wall of boulders and will get dragged if you try.
The second special attack is as followed. Lightning. After a delay, the boss will shoot 35 cone-shaped AoEs in front of it, 1 every tick. The boss also turns towards you to try and hit you with them. Kite the boss by moving every 2 ticks using the tile shown. You can hit the boss with no tick loss. And moving on to the final phase, this happens at 20% and below. Boss spawns an orb, starting northeast or northwest, moving clockwise. Being next to this orb removes chip damage from boss projectiles. Boss also changes to speed 1 for this phase. Start this phase in the northeast corner of the room to reach the orb faster. Move with the orb whilst praying against the boss. And as an additional tip, if you have the Shadow Scepter, which is a drop from the Whisperer, it's worth to Shadow Barrage on the first tick with the Scepter equipped, since it reduces the boss's defense by 15%. Doing this may also make Blowpipe better than Bofur.
There is a city of Blackstone where the screams are ever silent. There's an empire of darkness where hope flickers and dies.
Whisperer. Bring Mage Gear. Shadow, a Cursed Scepter spec might be worth it. Potentially Eldritch to extend trips. Take Blackstone from the quest to interact with the special attacks. Take Ancients and Ice Barrage. You have Sanity Meter in the top left. Taking damage in the Shadow Realm decreases it. If it hits 0, teleport out or you'll die in a few takes. Boss attacks with reskinned Hydro projectiles in patterns dictated by the boss's HP. Stand in melee range, it DDS specs you. Until the final phase, it attacks 3 times, then spawns 4 tentacles, which target the current player location. Note, the boss gains damage reduction during all spells. Pillars. Click Blackstone to see the HP. You need to hide behind 25% pillar, then a 50% pillar, then a 100% pillar in order. You can't attack the boss from behind most pillars, and you will be dragged out if you try to attack. You can flinch to dodge the AoE from the boss though. Orb. Click Blackstone, then collect the yellow orbs. Ghost. Click Blackstone to see the ghost colors. You need to kill both the yellow ghost or the boss will heal and you take a lot of damage. You can use the Venator Bow Rune Thronax special attack to kill all the ghosts, which heals you and damage the boss.
After every special the boss roots you, you can avoid this by ice barraging the boss.
Final phase. The boss attacks you every 2 ticks, starting with range, and changes attack style every 2 attacks. Tentacles also attack your current position every attack. Stay moving constantly to avoid all tentacle attacks. Advanced. You can leave the Shadow Realm early during the Orbs and Pillar special by clicking Blackstone again to avoid higher prayer drain rate there. You can take thralls if you stand at least 9 tiles away from the boss when you get rooted, since you'll be able to move in time before the boss reaches you. Standing within 4 tiles of the boss gives you the minimum shadow projectile delay, which can save ticks when phasing the boss to final phase and when killing the boss.